Hey people, it is Saturday, December the 28th. The time is 3:52 in the afternoon, and it's a very mild 9 degrees Celsius. Well, at least it was last time I checked. It might have gone up a degree by then. I am in the wilds of Scarborough right now, believe it or not. This is Kingston Road at Fallingbrook Road. And I'm walking west towards Victoria Park Avenue, which is the boundary that separates Scarborough from Old Toronto. So I'll be walking into the old city of Toronto along Kingston Road. And we'll check out the busy little retail strip along Kingston Road. At the furthest most eastern reaches of Old Toronto. We're north of the Beaches neighborhood, which is to the south along Queen Street. Lake Ontario is down that way. And some people refer to this as the Upper Beaches. I think that mostly might be real estate agents, though, who do that. Because the Beaches is a very desirable area, if you didn't know. New mid-rise residential building. I think there are quite a few of those popping up along Kingston Road in recent years, with more on the way. I think right here these homes are slated to be demolished, as well as the neighboring house. I wonder how old this is. It's a very old semi-detached home. A pretty sizable plot of land. You can see another mid-rise under construction just off to the east there. So you'll know when you cross over into Old Toronto, because suddenly things take on a slightly more urban walkable look, and you'll find a streetcar line suddenly appears also. And the street signs change to a different style and font. And you can actually see some of the downtown skyline way off to the west. That's an older 1960s slab tower. Big Boy's Burrito. That's new to me. Here we go. This little bit of retail is in Scarborough. And here's Victoria Park Avenue. So we're going to cross now into Old Toronto. This is where the streetcar line ends. It turns around here at this loop. And boom. A very typical looking Toronto retail commercial stretch here now. This is quite similar to what you'll see down on Queen Street in the Beaches neighborhood.
Oh my God. No, I can hold it.
Which is just down that way. About a 10-minute walk or so. Here's where the streetcar comes back out to go back down the other way towards downtown. I've only come through here a few times, I think, on the channel over the last 6.5 years. I think the other only walkable commercial strip that I've been to less often is maybe Upper Avenue on the northernmost part of Avenue Road. Or maybe Lakeshore Boulevard in Etobicoke, as well as Weston Road in Weston Village. Every neighborhood has a Gabby's. Now the retail strip along Kingston Road isn't nearly as long as the one on Queen Street. The one on Queen Street basically runs all the way into downtown with a few small gaps here and there. This one just runs for maybe about 10 blocks or so, and it transitions into a mostly residential stretch with a few small outcroppings of retail here and there. This is Scarborough Road, even though we're not in Scarborough anymore. See, this Montessori school uses the Beaches name. Although no one would say I'm walking through the Beaches right now if they were in this area. I think you'll find most things you need here, though, along the stretch of Kingston Road if you live in the immediate area. I see a record store across the street. And the usual varied selection of restaurant offerings that you find in almost every old walkable neighborhood in Toronto. Banks and that sort of thing, it's all here. And a streetcar line to get you downtown. The record store uses the beach name too, Beach Sound Records. I think last time I walked through here, this was not built yet. This is a new mid-rise here. See, there's a YMCA on site here. Black Dog Cafe. They're Led Zeppelin fans, maybe. I think that's it for the main commercial stretch along this part of Kingston Road. You find the odd store or restaurant popping up here and there as we continue further along. But it's mainly residential. Here's one of the ravines you can explore. But there's another little commercial area not too far away on Main Street. In what was once another town, I think, called East Toronto. So maybe I'll make my way over to Main Street and we'll head north through what used to be the small downtown of East Toronto. East Toronto got annexed by the city of Toronto, obviously. Keep an eye out for Main Street, make sure I don't miss it. There's that ravine again. There's a pretty awesome wooden staircase there that'll take you down. I'm going to cross at these lights up ahead. I'll probably miss this light cycle though. I don't feel like running. I'm already feeling a bit overheated. It's very mild today, as I mentioned, and I'm walking at a pretty good clip, and I've already been walking before this, where I did another video. On these nice days, it's always a good idea to get out and make a few videos. Because you never know, the next day the weather could make a turn for the worse. You can make out the skyline off in the distance there. There's the aura. Looks enormously tall from here. Notre Dame Convent. Interesting. Beautiful old Art Deco walk-up apartment building. That's a new build. As I mentioned, there are quite a few of these strung all along this part of Kingston Road. And it's called Kingston Road because it was once how you got to Kingston, which is a smaller city in eastern Ontario that was once briefly the capital of Canada. It was a rather important center in the 19th century. The Kingston House restaurant. And then the sun is coming out again. It's been coming in and out throughout the afternoon. Another newer build there. Home to the Big Carrot. A little stretch of retail here at Main Street. So this is where we're going to leave Kingston Road behind and head north into the former town of East Toronto. Well, there's not much to East Toronto. It was a very small place. Some charming old neighborhoods around here. That's quite the house there. Looks like it's professional offices now. Once upon a time, it was a mansion for somebody. See those tall buildings up ahead? Those are at Danforth Avenue, near Main subway station. All right, so this is the old downtown of East Toronto. Fire station number 22, circa 1910. Of course, now it's fire station 226. After the amalgamation of Old Toronto with its surrounding boroughs. But at one time, maybe it was called just the East Toronto Fire Station. Police station. Now it's a community center. Beaches Alternative School. We're really stretching it now if you're trying to associate this area with the beaches. Those look like very old row houses. I don't know if once upon a time there were more commercial buildings along this stretch here that have been torn down. Have to find some old historic photos. The Beachcomber. And here's the local public library branch. A very neat looking old Tudor style building. Looks like it's had a few additions tacked on over the years. And an actual phone booth. It doesn't have the door though, but pretty rare these days to see a phone booth like that. Caribbean restaurant. Barbershop, got a bakery. Got a doggy daycare, local brewery. This little retail strip makes the one on Kingston Road look enormous by comparison. It extends for about a block along Gerrard Street East here also. A very busy Gerrard Street. There's a bridge right up ahead that goes over the rail corridor. There's a GO train station there. As I mentioned also, Main Street subway station is just on the other side of Danforth. Here's a local arena, Ted Reeve Arena. And my memory card just filled up and the video ended, so I just had to delete an older clip to wrap things up because I was literally just about to wrap up the video. So I hope you enjoyed this walk along Kingston Road, starting in Scarborough, making our way across Victoria Park Avenue into Old Toronto and along the retail strip that runs for a little ways there along Kingston Road. And then we made our way up Main Street through the former downtown of the once upon a time town known as East Toronto. Definitely one of the smaller little retail strips in the city. And there goes a GO train. So I hope you enjoyed the walk. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And also make sure you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. Or you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member, or by sending a super thanks if you prefer. And you can find me on Instagram also under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and thanks to all the channel members.